Hey guys, Bret here, and I've been hustling online now for just over 12 months, and these are my 5 best passive income ideas for anyone to start at any time. These are a variety of ideas, some of which will be more hands-on than others, but they will all make you money whilst you sleep. These are ideas for those who are serious about making money whilst you sleep, and I'm not going to talk about being a dog walker, selling your old books at a car boot sale, or doing online surveys. Nothing like that here today. Just remember that passive income doesn't involve zero work, because that would be absolutely insane, but it's when you put in the majority of work at the beginning to create a source of revenue that you can then maintain down the line with minimum effort. All right then, first up is starting a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel, talk about whatever you're passionate about, and don't let anyone, including yourself, say that you can't do it. Obviously, this is a big one for me and something that I'm putting quite a lot of effort into. I'm still trying to get my channel up off the ground, but I'm already generating revenue on my YouTube channel, which just goes to show that literally anyone can do it. So I actually started my channel back in May, and at the time I churned out about 10 videos and then I stopped for 3 months before at the end of October starting up again. And now if we jump onto the laptop, you'll see that the trends within my YouTube analytics show that. You can see at the beginning here when I started in May and I churned out all the videos, it took a while, but I did start to build some traction, and then during the 3 months when I stopped, it sort of died again. It went back down. And now, end of October, you can see here, this is when videos are uploaded. It's starting to grow again. My engagement as well, you'll see the same sort of trend that it was going up. And then just around the end of August here, it started to dip. And now it's growing again. Same again with the audience, I believe should show a similar thing. Yep. So you're seeing videos uploaded, sort of getting some traction, then it died down again and it started growing again. So basically just keep on uploading videos and your channel will definitely grow. Now, in terms of how much you can actually make from this passive income idea, literally the sky's the limit. There are YouTubers out there in all sorts of different niches making millions. I'm talking millions and millions every year just from their YouTube channel, from their ad revenue and their affiliate links and all sorts of revenue streams that come through starting a YouTube channel, and most of which are passive as well, once you've put the initial work in and then you let it grow. However, it's not easy to get to that level. I should know it requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and yeah, to get to that level, also a massive amount of luck, I'd imagine. But for now, and whilst there's nothing stopping anyone hitting that YouTube jackpot, let's check out how much you can realistically make on YouTube starting out. I actually only started making money on YouTube from the end of October, so it took me quite a while to get to the point where I can even make any money. And that's because to qualify to make money on YouTube, to get any ad revenue, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which obviously takes a bit of time to build up, and it took me 6 months to get to that point. However, since that point, since the end of October, so about a month and a half later, I've made $211, and in the last 28 days alone, I've made $152. So as I said, still a very, very small channel, but it just goes to show that anyone can start it, and within 6 months or at least within a year, you can start making some money from a YouTube channel. So to get started on YouTube, you just need to create a Gmail account, have something to film with, and have something to talk about as well. Simple as that, really. Decide something that you're going to center your channel around. Have a niche, because people love to see that you're the type of creator who creates specific content. And yeah, just get started. Guys, if you want me to make a video about my YouTube setup, just let me know down in the comments. For the last 12 months, so the entire time that I've been making YouTube videos, I haven't been in one stable place. So I haven't been filming in one place, which means that my gear is, well, I've had to bring it around with me to all these different places. So it just goes to show again that it can really work for anyone. You don't need to have a fancy studio or anything like that. If you want to see my camera gear, just let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it. And lastly, everyone always talks about the almighty YouTube algorithm, and whilst there obviously is an algorithm that runs YouTube, it's you, not that algorithm, that will determine how successful your channel is. So I truly believe that if you create content that people want to watch, which is why I subscribe to other people on YouTube, because they make interesting videos that I want to watch, you know, that's how you're going to be successful on this platform, and that's all you got to do. Okay, now next up, idea number 2 is to invest in dividend stocks. And I know that investing in stocks does require money up front, which not everyone has. And I've made a few videos on how you can save money and start living more frugally on my channel, so go and check them out. But basically, to be able to get yourself in a position where you're able, where you've got the money to start investing, it just comes down to your mindset. It comes down to prioritizing wanting to save and invest over spending. And what I mean here is that when you get paid, the first thing that you should do, number 1, is to put a set amount of money, 30% is a really good place to start, into a savings account or into your investments. And then whatever you're left with, that's what you've got left to spend on whatever you need to do, basically. And even if you don't think that you've got enough money and that 70% won't be enough, I bet that if you start doing this, if you start practicing this, you'll be surprised. And that 70% will be enough. You'll make it enough. So then whether you already have money saved up to invest, or when you get to the point that you've got some money that you can start investing, you want to start looking at stocks that pay dividends. And if you're not sure what I'm yabbering on about here, a dividend is basically a share of the profits that a company will pay to its shareholders. And there's a website called Dividend.com, which is my favorite website for researching companies' dividend data. So let's jump back on the laptop, pull up Dividend.com, and I'll show you an example. So here I've got AT&T, and as you can see, the dividend yield information here. Dividend yield is how much the company will actually pay as a percentage of one share price. There you see the share price is $29. And the dividend yield is 7%. You get $2 as a dividend for every $29 you have invested, which is one share. And that's 7%. You've then got your payout ratio here, which is 65%. The payout ratio is the proportion of earnings paid out as dividends to the shareholders. So you'll usually see this as a percentage, and a healthy payout ratio is around 60%, anywhere from 40 to 60%. So 65%, slightly on the high side there, but yeah, that's pretty healthy. And then what else have we got here? The other things you want to look out for are consecutive years, yeah, so how long they've been paying dividends for. 36 years is quite insane. That's very, very good. Anything over sort of 10 years is pretty good, is really good actually. 36 years is just insane. Other things to look out for: dividend frequency. That's how often they will pay the dividends. And this company, AT&T, are paying it quarterly. But yeah, there's some of the main things to look out for. Dividend.com is a great website to familiarize yourself with all the dividend data, as you can see here, for any company that do pay dividends. So definitely check out that website. Dividend investing is one of the best passive income sources, if not the best passive income source. However, unless you've got hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars sat in your bank account that you can invest into dividend stocks, it's not going to cover your everyday life. It's not going to pay for all of your expenses straight away. But over time, if you invest regularly and consistently, it definitely can. So how much of a dividend portfolio do you actually have to build up to earn, say, $250 a month? Let's say that you invest in a dividend portfolio with an average yield of 4.5%. 4.5% is fair, it's pretty average. You can get some that are higher, some that are less. I believe AT&T that we were just looking at was around 6 or 7%, but yeah, let's say 4.5%. And then 250 times 12 is $3,000. $3,000 is 4.5% of $66,000. So to earn that $250 a month, you would have to have $66,000 invested. Also remember that not all companies pay out their dividends every month. In fact, most don't, and AT&T that we just looked at there paid it out quarterly, and that's what most companies do. So just check that before investing. Just make sure that you're aware of how frequently, how often they pay out these dividends, so that you can plan, so that you know when your money's coming in. So yeah, like I said before, this is not going to fund your lifestyle straight away. This is more of a long-term passive income idea that takes most people years and years to build. All right, then next up is to rent out your stuff. And here there are a few things that you consider doing, a few things that you can consider renting out, and some are going to be more passive than others. House hacking, buying a house and renting out the other rooms, is one way that you can generate income and live rent-free or mortgage-free, and then you can use that money to start investing. That's one way that you can not really earn money, but you can avoid that expense. And this applies to existing homeowners as well as people who are currently renting, because as long as you can afford and you can get that mortgage, the rental yield that you're going to get off of the people who you're renting those rooms out to will cover your mortgage or cover whatever expenses you have related to that house, hopefully at least. Another one then is to rent out your car through a website like Turo. This is something that you can actually start as a passive income idea, as a side hustle that can actually turn into quite a big, or can turn into a business for you. There are people out there who started with just one car and they've built their way up to having a couple of cars or a fleet of cars that they now rent out through websites like Turo to all sorts of different people. The idea here is that obviously you reinvest all of the income that you get to be able to build that fleet, to be able to build that business up. And I believe Turo also have their own insurance, which you obviously pay for through your membership with them. But yeah, that's the thing that I'd be most concerned about if I was to rent out my car, is the insurance and what would happen if anyone damaged it. But if they cover that, and I believe you just have to take before and after photos to make a claim on the insurance, which I believe they do pay out for, then you're covered on that side as well. Affordability wise, most cars will bring in enough to cover their finance if you rent them out for at least 7 days in a month, meaning that it's not without its risk, but it's one to watch, one to think about. Another things to consider renting out that could bring in a fair bit of money are any valuables that you have that you don't use every day. And that's because people are tending to want to rent more these days rather than spend. And this can include things like camera gear, lenses, maybe you've got a drone that you use when you go on holiday, but you only go on holiday for 1 month of the year, things like that. And there are sites out there like Fat Llama that are perfect for renting out Exactly what we just mentioned. Perfect for renting out almost anything actually. So go and check out Fat Llama if you're interested in renting out some of your belongings that you have that you don't use all the time. And then next up, passive income idea number 4 is to sell digital products online. And I'm going to show you my shop. I'm going to show you how much I have made selling digital products online recently. And unlike investing and being able to rent out expensive things like your car and things like that, this one requires very little or zero upfront cost, which is why it's something for absolutely anyone. So I started my online shop selling digital products back in April this year. And at the time I was exploring loads of different passive income streams and different revenues and ways that I can make money online. So at the time I didn't put a massive amount of effort into it, but within 2 days of starting my shop and putting a few listings on there, I actually made my first sale and I started making money. All right, so I'm gonna jump on the phone now and I'm gonna show you the stats of the shop that we have, which is an Etsy shop. And as you can see at the beginning in April there, we were only getting around 283 visits every month into our shop. And then as you can see, I didn't put much effort into it and it stayed at around about that. It actually decreased into August. But then from September this year, my wife actually started putting some more effort into the shop, albeit not that much, only 1, maybe 2 hours a day, nothing more than that. And as you can see, it's gone up and up. We're now getting, if I go onto the dashboard, over 2,300 visits in the last 30 days. And we've made £277 in that period as well. Comparing that to when we started, if I go to revenue, you can see that we were only making £36 a month, 67, 30, 14. So as you can see, when I put basically zero effort in, we were still making money. I only had like 3 or 4 items in the shop. And now that Evie started there and working on it, we're making, up to £249 every month from our online shop, which is pretty cool. Also, what's really cool is that we are now getting around 3 orders a day, 85 orders a month, 3 orders a day. And most of those orders, sometimes anyway, come in overnight, as you can see here. And it's really cool to wake up, look at your phone and see that you've made 3 sales on an online shop selling a digital product that you put a couple of hours into making at one point, and then you've just left it. People buy it, they download it, it goes to their inbox automatically, zero work on your behalf. Pretty cool, right? And if you want me to make a video dedicated to looking into our shop, how we make our products, how we make the listings, how we go about doing that, let me know in the comments. But to summarize for this video, we don't have any upfront cost. We don't have any cost of materials to make these things because they're digital products. And there's no logistics involved, no hassle of logistics or cost either. Basically, our only cost is our subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, which is £16 a month, and £10 a month for Canva. So that's £36 a month, and we're able to create these products that can go online, and once we've made them, they just sit there, people download them. All that we have to do is sort of update and maintain the SEO every now and then to keep it up to date. But yeah, easy money. And the sort of thing that we sell on this shop are YouTube planners. In fact, the exact YouTube planner that I use to plan all of my videos is for sale on there. Business plan, templates, and spreadsheets as well. And the best thing about it, or what I love about it, is that most of what we sell, the vast majority of what we sell, are products, are things that we use ourselves, so we trust and we believe in them. So yeah, that's the best thing about it. Digital products, selling them on Etsy, perfect side hustle, perfect passive income that anyone can start. Of course, if you're interested in checking out our shop and maybe buying the YouTube planner, go and check it out. Link in the description down below. It's called the Duo Design Company. Yeah, go and check them out. Okay, now the last passive income idea, I'm going to split into 2. Both of them are forms of investing, but I'm going to split them into 2 because a lot of people are scared to do the one and therefore they do nothing with their money. So I'm going to give you another option that if you're scared to do the first, you can do the second. And these 2 ideas are 1, to invest in growth stocks on the stock market. And number 2, to invest in government bonds, or in the UK, we call them premium bonds. Now, growth stocks are the riskiest strategy that I've mentioned here today for our passive income, but they also have the highest return, the highest potential return on your investment. So something to think about, and it's basically a balance at the end of the day. Now, a lot of people, as I said, don't understand the stock market. They don't have the confidence, or they're too scared to enter the stock market and start investing in stocks. And actually, that's a very wise decision. Don't go ahead and just start investing because some idiot on the internet told you to go and buy Tesla. That's the worst thing that you can do. Well, what's even worse than that, potentially, or maybe actually, is keeping all of your money in a savings account doing absolutely nothing. And that is why I've split this one into 2 sections. Because if you don't want to invest in stocks, which is what I would recommend, you can then go ahead and buy these premium bonds. Premium bonds are great because they're one of the safest investments. Well, I say investments, they're not really an investment because it's basically just a savings account where you can win money every month. But it's better than having your money sat in a savings account where you're probably going to earn the same interest but not have that potential prize money or be entered into the draws that you are with a premium bond. And basically, if you buy premium bonds in the UK, you're entering into a government guaranteed or a government funded lottery, whereby every month, depending on how much money you have in your premium bond account, I believe it's for every pound that you have in there, you get one ticket entered into a draw to win up to £1 million every month. And then probably the best thing about premium bonds is that any winnings, so say you do win £1 million in any given month, or maybe in different months, any winnings that you get from premium bonds are completely tax-free. So you get to keep all of that from the tax man, which is happy freaking days. All right, guys, so those are my 5 passive income ideas. I've tried to be super transparent in this video. I've tried to show you my accounts and show you how much I actually make, show you that anyone can start, because I did just recently, I haven't been putting that much effort into it. You can still build an income, a passive income from these revenue sources. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this sort of content, if you want me to concentrate more on investing. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. See you next time, guys.